Hello. So this week is week three. We're going into week three already. I can't believe it. And this week you're going to be writing an essay. So I was just going to go over the requirements of the essay that are in Blackboard already that you have. And then you also have an essay rubric that's in there. So you are not required to use an outside source for this essay. However, you could use an outside source. And when I say that, I mean outside of the textbook. So if there's any reference material that you want to include, that's fine. But just make sure that you include a reference page, a works cited with the reference entry. So for this week, you're writing an essay on one of the following stories. So an occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge, The Hunger Artist, or Hills Like White Elephants. So you're going to choose one of the prompts to respond to in writing of 1,000 words or more. So make sure when you're, typing, you're using your word count. Use MLA formatting and include it in-text citations in your response. So even if you're just using the textbook, include in-text citations when you include anything that's quoted or paraphrased from the text. So your choices are describe the transcendental experience of Farquhar willing the news to give way and envisioning his escape into the arms of his wife in safety, then the white light rather than the reality of his corpse's broken bones of death. So, you're kind of talking about the meaning behind that scene and how you interpret that scene. Is that real? Is that, a wish? What exactly is happening there? And the number two, it says, does art have to be appreciated by others to be art? What do you think about artists isolating themselves from society as something necessary to their art? Do you think an act like The Hunger Artist would be popular today? Why? In The Hunger Artist, this story, and the character within it can be seen as someone much like performance art today. So think about it in that light. And then number three, how does the fact that and this is for Hills Like White Elephants, how does the fact that Jig sees the setting symbolically get us to identify with her more readily than if the author had suggested the symbolism to us directly? Note the symbolism of the two different landscapes on either side of the Zaragoza train station, plus the possible symbolism of the curtain, as suggested in the commentary beside the story. So, kind of think about how those landscapes reflect what is happening with Jig and her conversations and her interactions with other people. Okay. And then you only have to choose one. So you don't have to write about more than one, only one of these stories, whichever one you choose. You may also choose a different story. So I have prompts for these stories, but if there's, for some reason you can't connect to any of these, let me know and I can see what I can do to give you, another angle to write from. And the essay rubric, if you click on it, it'll appear. You'll be able to see the categories that you're graded under and what's going to score you, between a 1 and a 4, so 4 being the highest. There's focus and details that you're focusing on one clear topic, organization that you state a main topic, and all of your support is relevant and supports that topic. The author's purpose is very clear, so there's a voice category, and that you show evidence and attention to the audience. Word choice, you use vivid words and phrases. The choice of placement of words seems accurate and natural. Sentence structure, grammar, mechanics, and spelling. You're spell checking, you're making sure everything is organized appropriately. You're not missing any punctuation, capitalization, things like that. So that's basically, what I'll be looking for, in addition to, your 1,000 words and the evidence of in-text citation, so that you make sure you're including information as you cite it, as it needs to be cited. So that's what you're doing this week. And you also have a quiz. It's quiz 1 on Araby, Jesus shaves, a good man is hard to find, and a very old man with enormous wings. So that's also something that's due for this week. So if you need any assistance or anything, please let me know and have a good week.